Okay, if you guys run into a problem like this, and these are two algebraic expressions, okay? And if you're going to multiply, and if there's parentheses next to parentheses, that means this part times this part. And when I was in school, they taught a thing called the FOIL method. And what the FOIL method is, and you may have heard of this, I don't know if you have or not, but if you have two algebraic expressions, each with two terms, or it doesn't really matter how many terms there are, but the F stands for the first two. So the first thing you do is you multiply the first two, 5x times 3x. And when you're multiplying algebraic expressions, what you do is you multiply the coefficient. So what's 5 times 3?
15.
15. What's x times x squared? It would be there's three x's. It's kind of like it's kind of like 10 to the 5th times 10 to the 6th is 10 to the 11th. This is x to the 1st times x to the 2nd is x cubed. So that's the first two. Then we do the outer ones. The outer ones are 5x and 2x. So what's 5 times 2?
30.
5 times 2 is 30?
Is it?
What's 5 times 2?
Oh my gosh. 10.
5 times 2 is 10, and how many x's? What's x times x?
The second power.
X squared, right? Okay, so we did the first two, we did the outer ones, and then the I stands for the two inner ones, which is 7 and 3x squared. What's 7 times 3x squared?
21.
Okay.
21x.
This is an x squared, so it would be 21.
x3.
No, not x3. There's no x with the 7, right?
Squared, yeah.
So it's actually x to the 0. Do you know what x to the 0 is?
X.
Wouldn't it just be 0?
No, anything to the 0, this is kind of going to blow your mind, except for 0, anything to 0 power equals 1. And
so that would be, it'd be 2 then, because you're just multiplying the 1 to the 2.
Yeah, it would be, it's still going to be 21x squared, okay? But there is an x there, but it's to the 0. Anything to the 0 equals, and you want, oh no, I'm getting way off track, because I don't want to get off track, because that's not really important. You may need to know that anything to 0 power is 1. And I can show it to you, I can prove that to you in a minute if you want. Okay, so then I did the first, the outer, the inner, and then the L stands for the last two, 7x. Was that 2 or 2x? God, did I write that down wrong?
2x.
Okay, what's 7 times 2x?
It'd be 14 to the cube.
14 what?
To the cube.
No, 14 just the x. There's nothing there.
14, this would be 14x.
It'd be 14x, okay? Now I combine like terms. And the like terms means that the variables and the exponents on them look exactly the same. So I add 10x squared to 21x squared. What's 10x squared plus 21x squared?
31x squared.
So plus 31x squared plus 14x.
So it'd be D.
It would be D is correct. Oh, no, it wouldn't.
I put C.
What would it be? What would it be?
15.
It would be E.
Yeah.
E.
Yeah.
Oh.
31x squared is the middle term. What's that noise?
It's someone's phone out there, or it's something
Is that
vibrating.
my phone?
Oh. Somebody's timer.
I don't think it's mine. Nothing on mine.